Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Wednesday, March 5th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some NBA action this Wednesday afternoon. The Portland Trailblazers versus the Boston Celtics. We're going to get tip-off here in just a couple minutes. Let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get settled in for some NBA hoops. Let's get it. And on the thumb, on the left is my guy, Shaden Sharp. And on the right, you already know what it is, Jaylen Brown. Let's go, baby. And we know the Celtics are a very good team. They could end up representing the East, but no Porzingis, no Holiday, and no Tatum. So Jaylen Brown is going to have to be the guy that sets the tone. And even with those three individuals out for Boston, they definitely can still win at home. But hopefully we can bring the energy here today. All right, baby, let's get it. Caleb in the building. What's good, Rip City? There's a good chance, especially with all those starters out. Hey, I hope that we get the dub here today. Megan with a 20. Yeah, crazy times. You know, like I mentioned about a month ago, I had a feeling that Lockett was going to get released based off the money that was going to be owed. DK, you know, we'll see. You know, he wants to go to a contender. But again, based on the money and the direction of the team with all the new hires, you know, that isn't really that shocking to me either. But the Seattle Kraken trade with Yanni Gord and Bjorkstrand leaving, we did get some first-round picks in return. But, you know, it's kind of tough to be able to see guys, you know, just coming back, you know, and being able to get a little bit of a breathing room, and then seeing a couple of the Kraken individuals, you know, having to move on. So definitely a weird day in Seattle sports for sure. Megan with a 20. I appreciate you very, very much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. And as far as, you know, Tyler Lockett is concerned, obviously the main destination has to be the Raiders with Pete Carroll. Obviously familiar, you know, with the type of man and player that Tyler is. So, you know, we'll see where the money is and, you know, the familiarity with coaching and whatnot. But if Lockett ends up being with Pete Carroll, no shocker there. DK supposedly wants to play for a contender, but we'll see how that plays out. But at least the Hawks still have JSN. But if DK ends up leaving, you know, JSN is going to go from, you know, being the 2 last year, Lockett the 3. Now he gets propelled into the number 1 spot. And then it also makes you wonder, you know, what the Seahawks are going to target in the draft, as well as free agency, especially with some holes at wide receiver. Got to build up that offensive line, and you got to build up the defense. So we'll see where it goes. And then for the Kraken, yeah, I mean, it just, you know, you knew trades were probably going to happen, but again, you know, you never really know when they're going to pull the trigger on something like that. And, you know, at least we got some first-round picks, you know, for these guys. But again, man, you know, like hopefully they pan out. You know, it's one thing, you know, for Yanni, but, you know, Bjorkstrand obviously being an all-star just a couple years ago and then them moving on. Now, has he played great in the last couple of years? No, but he's still one of the staples of the team. But if they felt that they could get a first-round pick and, you know, maybe we can try to build our team the direction that Bilisma is trying to take this team, you know, we have to, I guess for now, trust him that this is the correct move, and hopefully that the first-round picks end up panning out into another goalie in net or another center, another forward, another elite defenseman, and we'll see where it goes. But hopefully life after all of these moves for Hawk fans and Kraken fans will be good, but it'll be a little bit of an adjustment, obviously, as we see how things play out. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. Yeah, you and me both. Very interested to see because obviously, there's a lot of holes on the team. We have some young, up and coming, bright pieces like Shane Wright, but again, maybe trying to find another, goalie in net at some point. And obviously getting more individuals that can score. And obviously, we need to be able to have, better defense as well. So, we'll see where it goes. And again, first round picks are going to be coveted, but it really depends on, what we do with those picks. So, it kind of feels like it, right? Like maybe one of those picks, because obviously Decord is struggling. Grubauer got sent to Coachella. Now he's back up. But are we really confident that Gru is going to be on the team in 2, 3, 4 years from now? Who knows? Maybe not, right? So at some point or another, we're going to have to pair someone else up with Decord unless they decide at some point or another to move on from both of them. But at the time being, we have to keep at least one. And then you have obviously Gru and Coco that you can kind of go back and forth with. But, getting an elite goaltender in net is a priority for Seattle. At some point, we have to find someone, that we can pair up with Decord or just end up getting 2 goalies at some point in the next 5 to 10 years that are better than the 2 or 3 that we have now. And then just getting more individuals that can help the team, whether it's a center, a forward, or a defenseman. But we need more individuals that can score. And again, the future is bright for Seattle, but kind of a shocking move, with that today for the Kraken side. And then obviously Lockett being released because of the money. DK wanting out. There was always kind of rumors about that. And, maybe people thinking, oh, we're not going to trade him. We're not going to trade him. He wants to stay. But apparently maybe not too happy with, where he's at right now. And, we'll see where he goes. Obviously he doesn't have really a whole lot of leverage. It's really going to be up to the team. And he can voice that, hey, I want to go to a contender, but that doesn't mean Seattle will send him to a contender. It depends on what they get back in return and whatnot. But we'll see if that can end up working out, obviously for both parties there moving forward. So. And let me know what you want to do. I feel like, one player, it's like, they're just a player on the team, it's like just another guy. And we're going to be able to survive, without, having an individual, like that, right? For Yanni, he's a role player, but it's not like, the Kraken are going to be in big trouble because Yanni is gone. We appreciate every single, individual that are on our teams when they're there. But obviously Bjorkstrand, all-star a couple years ago, he had more potential. Maybe hasn't been living up to that potential since the playoff year and making the all-star team, but again, you could say that for a lot of guys that they've kind of underwhelmed a little bit and underachieved. Matty B underachieved, maybe in the last couple years. Bjorkstrand maybe underachieved. Even Jared McCann maybe underachieved a little bit, but again, to see Bjorky go, I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss Yanni as well. But if we can end up, getting a starting goalie out of that first round pick and he ends up panning out or getting another superstar center or forward or defenseman, and it helps us win and get better and get us to the playoffs, and it's all going to be worth it. Now, if we end up trading Yanni and Bjorky like we did and we end up getting players that don't pan out, then that will probably make us go backwards a little bit. But, we'll see where it goes. But a very interesting day for the Hawks and the Kraken. And then we got the Blazers and the Celtics here today. Obviously, a few Blazers that are out. Jeremy Grant, Thibault, Robert Williams III, and DeAndre Ayton. No surprises there. Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and Jason Tatum out here today. So we do have a chance to be able to steal one here on the road, and hopefully we can do that here today. And we'll be doing a Kraken matchup against the Preds tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see the new look Kraken, and we'll see where it goes. But hopefully Bilisma knows what he's doing, and we can end up getting better and not going backwards. That's the main thing. Yeah, but I would assume the GM, and the coach are going to have some input. It's not going to just be one person making every single decision. Usually there's going to be like a war room, and they're just like in a draft where there might be someone that's got final say, on who to pick or who to trade, but you're usually going to get input, from people that are important to the team, like, the head coach and, other individuals there. But, hopefully Ron Francis knows what he's doing. And, again, it's going to be a little weird without those two individuals on the team. But again, we have been making kind of subtle moves the last couple years, and they're trying to reshape this Kraken team and their vision. And I hope it works out. It's not like we're going to stop watching. We're going to keep rooting them on. And, hopefully those draft picks end up panning out. That will, definitely shape the team moving forward in a positive or negative way. So. And we're just about getting ready here, close to tip-off. Anything that you want to be able to see photo-wise, let me know. Kind of a heartbreaker yesterday, after being down 4-1 and, being able to, try to fight back a little bit, but, just a little bit too much wild yesterday. And hopefully, the same thing doesn't happen when we play the Preds tomorrow on stream, but we'll see where it goes. But I like the heart from the Kraken, to get it to 4-3 and only lose, by 1 when we were down by 4-1, and they easily could have got rolled on by even more goals. So they did have a goal that got taken away, so we could have lost 5-3. But, to be down 4-1 and to get 2 goals, and even though we couldn't really get anything going in that third period, I like the heart that they showed, and hopefully that'll carry over tomorrow when we play the Preds. Sure, absolutely. Appreciate you. And we'll get more, during the commercial breaks and whatnot, since the game is just about to start here. So I'll sprinkle them in throughout the broadcast. Anthony Simon, Shaden Sharp, Denny Advia, Tumani Kamara, Player of the Month defensively, and Donovan Klingon, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Al Horford, and Luke Cornett. So, again, pretty evenly matched. They have 3 of their main starters that are going to be out. So we'll see how it all kind of plays out. But we definitely have a chance to be able to steal one here on the road tonight. I got you. Let's go, baby. White with the ball at the top of the key to Brown. Stay on him, Denny. Good ball movement by Boston early on. In and out, no good. Get that board, Klingon. Here we go. Simons, jumper, in and out, no good. Denny Advia with the offensive rebound. Tumani Kamara. Bounce it around. Klingon down low. Give him some help. Denny off the glass. In and off, no good. And a big foul on Brown. There we go, Denny. First free throw missed. Come on, Denny. Free throw is good. Let's go. Got to be aggressive, Denny. We're going to need you. Let's go, Bubba. Tumani Kamara with the foul. Tumani Kamara at the top of the key, and he just won Defensive Player of the Month, which is awesome. You know, Blazers don't get that kind of, accolades or awards that often, but he is one of the best defenders in the entire league. And if we didn't have him, we wouldn't be where we're at right now, for sure. Jumper is good. Denny at the top of the key. Jaylen Brown on him. Pass off to Donovan Clingan. Clingan at the top of the key. Give him some help. There we go. Sharp off the dribble. Tumani Kamara for three. Front rim, in and out, no good. Rebound by Brown. Brown hands it off to Derek White. Brown with a little pick and roll. Three, in and out, no good. Shaedon Sharp with the board. Push Sharp, let's go. Sharp, off the dribble. Layup is good. That's my boy. That's my boy, Shay. Free throw is good by Derek White. Free throw is good. .65 Boston. Denny to Anthony Simons. Tumani Kamara coming up for the pick and roll. Back to Tumani for three. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Celtics. Hand off to Derek White. White. Jaylen Brown, 20-foot jumper. Airball. Rebound by Denny. Push, Denny, push. All the way. And Denny with the layup. In and out, no good. Clingan with the rebound. And Denny with the putback. Let's go. Nice job, Denny. Attaboy. 7-6 Blazers. Rip City. Zay in the building. What's good? How are you? White with the floater is good. But again, when you have no Drew Holiday, no Kristaps Porzingis, and the most important, no Jason Tatum, we should be able to have a very good chance to win. Now, yes, we are on the road. It's hard to win in the road. It's hard to win at Boston. But if there was ever a game that, we have a very solid chance to keep it close instead of getting blown out, it might be tonight. Big, deep three, in and out, no good. And that hits the top of the backboard. Let's go. Zay in the building. What's good? Go Blazers. Odin in the building. What's good? How are you? Sharp at the top of the key. Passes to Clingan. Clingan hands off to Anthony Simons. Off the dribble. Fadeaway. It's good. That's my boy. There we go, Anthony. Anthony Simons with that jumper, baby. Deep three by White. No good. Clingan with the rebound. Let's go, baby. Sharp. Pick and roll with Clingan. Hit him with the hezzy. Rejected. Wow, what a block by Boston. You don't see Shaedon Sharp get rejected that often. Horford. I mean, he might be getting up there in age, but he can still play. And Big Al putting in some work. Foul by Denny Advia. Yeah, Cornette with a big block. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We'll be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and we'll be shooting for 100 in the donos on every stream. We're at 20, 80 to go, and hopefully we can get out a dub with this particular matchup. Scoot Henderson getting some time to come in quickly. I like that. I got photos loading up here for Megan once we go to a commercial break. So far, so good for the Blazers. 10-8. Denny Advia, pick and roll with Klingon. Toumani Camara attacking the paint. Advia, wide open corner three. It's good. Yes, let's go. Way to bring that electricity early, baby. Let's get it. 10-8 Blazers. Derek White. Al Horford with the pick and roll. Cornette as well. Off the glass, no good. Cornette off the glass, no good. Take it from him. There we go. Scoot with the ball. Push, Scoot, push. Let's go. Scoot behind the back. Toumani Camara, corner three. In and out, no good. Klingon. Tip, tip, tip. Tip drill. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Get back, Blazers. All right, here we go. Settle in. Get back. Cornette. Top of the key. Hands off to Jaylen Brown. Waves off the pick and roll. Brown, Cornette, nice pass down low. Klingon, get big. And the ball gets loose, and that is a turnover. Celtics. We love that. And Celtics with a full timeout. I like what I see so far out of Denny Advia, Shea, my guy Anthony Simons, Donovan Klingon, DC, Kling Kong, and my boy Scoot Henderson. Let's go. And let's get some photos linked up here for Megan, whether Dono. Appreciate you. We're at 20-80 to go. Every dollar counts. It'll go towards Paisley's food, bills, streaming fee, internet bill. So if you want to help your boy out, it would be greatly appreciated. Every dollar counts. Every sub counts. Every comment counts. Every share counts. Everything. Appreciate you guys. And we can put up a couple of photos for the individuals that ended up, moving on. Obviously, with Yanni and Bjorky. And we can put a little locket. I guess we don't necessarily have to put DK yet. I mean, he's not necessarily off the team but lots of things happening in Seattle sports today. But Yanni, I'm going to miss you. Bjorky, I'm going to miss you as well, and hopefully it goes smoothly for you moving forward with those two individuals. Kind of a surprise trade with those guys today, and then they decided to let Lockett walk because of the money. So no more Tyler Lockett, which we kind of knew that was a very good possibility. And then now DK wants out, and now they're just left with JSN, and they still need to be able to get an elite tight end. So there's going to be, a pretty good rebuild on that side. You need offensive line, you need a couple receivers, a better tight end, better O-line, better defense. You're not going to be able to, do that all in one draft. It's going to take a few years to, get those pieces, and hopefully it'll work out, obviously, for the new coaching regime. But Lockett had a fantastic career, class act, and we'll see if he gets lined up, with Pete Carroll. They definitely need receivers over there for the Raiders. It would be a good fit, and we'll see if that ends up happening. He may or may not join them, but again, it definitely makes sense based on Pete's, familiarity with Tyler Lockett. They need a receiver. He needs a place to play. So you might be able to see him there on Sundays, and we'll see what happens with the whole DK situation as well. Denny, Pass down low to Donovan Clingan. Go up there and jam that shit. Off the glass and no good. Get back on D. Good start here for the Blazers. Defense has been pretty strong. Alley-oop, down low. Al Horford off the glass and good. Yeah, tuning. Bears actually picked up a couple offensive linemen. One there from the Chiefs and one there from the Rams, I believe. So they're trying to be able to protect Caleb. And that's a no-brainer if you want him to be able to be the franchise quarterback and be as successful as he can be. But again, a little weird, to see someone as good as Tooney, get let go from the Chiefs. It's like you need offensive line for Mahomes and Kelsey and everyone else. So, they'll be looking at the draft to replenish some of these pieces. 12. Oh! Big triple is good by Peyton Pritchard. Go Ducks. 16-15 Celtics. You never know when you might wake up and some of our favorite players might not be there anymore. Shea for three in the corner, in and out, no good. Nice rebound by Horford. Peyton Pritchard, go Ducks. With the basketball, love his game. Pritchard, step back three. Uh-oh. Peyton Pritchard, back-to-back threes. Stop doing that to my Blazers. Don't be getting hot on Portland. Not surprised. Denny, pick and roll with Donovan Clingan. Denny for three. In and out, no good. Can't get into a three-point contest with Peyton Pritchard. That would not be a good idea. We don't have three-point shooters like that. Horford, another three. Front rim, in and out, no good. Come on, Blazers. Kamara to Sharp. Pick and roll. Clingan kicks it out to Scoot Henderson. Wide open three. Bang! That's good, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Scoot Henderson. Bringing that electricity, baby. I'm a little disappointed, Judah. No Drew Holiday, nor Porzingis, no Tatum. I mean, even if that would have meant that the Blazers lose by 20 or 30, so be it. So I'm a little disappointed I don't get to see those guys because they're hurt. But again, you guys have enough with Brown, Horford, Pritchard, and the rest of the role players that you guys can still win this game against Portland. But, Portland has played like a top 15 team in the last month and a half. So we're definitely going to give it everything that we got. And if we do lose, we're only going to lose by a little bit. We're not going to get blown out. And I think that's the same thing for the Thunder. With last time we played them, we only lost by 10. And the Thunder, have been able to show that they've been able to beat up teams by 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. So, again, this is a kind of a crucial stretch. We lost to the Cavs after being up on the weekend, up by 15, should have won that game, beat the shit out of the Sixers, right? Now we're playing you guys, and then we got the Thunder on the road in OKC on Friday, and I just want us to compete. And so far, we are. Simons, off the dribble, floater, woo, baby! Let's go, Anthony Simons. Hot, hot, hot. Bring that electricity, baby. 17-16, Blazers. Pritchard for another three. Oh, Clingan got a hand on it. Rejected. Sharp, Clingan on the fast break. Throw it down. And he loses the basketball. Come on, DC. I know you're at center, but come on. Another three. Clingan tried to reject it from behind. He's pissed that he didn't get that dunk on the other end. Scoot with the ball. Scoot. And one. And he got hit with the body. Scoot going to the line. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We're shooting for 20 likes within the first hour and a half, 30 to 50 overall, and we're at 20, 80 to go. We need one more like to get to double digits, so if you are in the room and haven't done it, do your boy a solid. Now we're at 10. Thank you so much. Now we only need 10 more to go for the rest of the stream. Let's go. There's a couple ways that you can watch, Judah. I'm actually watching the Boston broadcast right now. So obviously you got your local TV there, but if you don't have like cable or whatnot, I mean, there's plenty of streaming links that you can use. And if you need a streaming link to watch the game, I can send you one if you need one, Judah. Brown tipped, no good. Sharp with the rebound. Sharp with the left is good. There we go. Nice layup by Shaden Sharp. That's my boy. Shay in the building. 2016 Blazers, great start. We've been able to get 25 to 30 points for almost every quarter, in the last month and a half. It's like a switch has been flipped for Rip City, and I love it. Brown, pump fake, up and under, no good. Sharp with the board. And that was a late whistle. Trailblazers, full timeout, up by 4. And let's go through these photos one more time for Megan, and I got to delete them, make some more room for some more. Appreciate you. We're at 20:80 to go. Nice start, baby. I appreciate that. I mean, on ESPN, it'll say Blazer Vision, if that's what you were looking at, Judah, or whatnot. But because the Blazers have their own channel now. They used to, have stuff on like Comcast Sportnet. Back in the day, they had Blazer Cable. They used to have it local on KGW 8, NBC 8. But now they have their own, kind of Blazer channel on KATU, like Channel 2. But on Comcast here in Oregon, it's on some weird ass channel like 1170. So usually, like when I end up watching cable, if I want HD channels, it starts at like 700. So it'll be like 702 is like ABC, 706 is like CBS, 708 is NBC, 712 is Fox. But this weird Blazer channel that just got created this year is like on 1170, and it's on kind of its own, just kind of randomly on that number. And that's what most people are watching Blazer games on here in Oregon. But obviously, if you're not in Oregon, then, a lot of people are just going to be watching on streaming links. Dunk of the year by Shay for sure. .5 points per game, 3.9 rebounds per game, free throws 80%, and that's all off the bench. Eventually, Shay will be a starter, but same thing with Scoot. They just need a little bit more experience. Jaylen Brown at the line. First free throw is good. I don't think so. There might be some people that moved from Oregon to Seattle that would be Blazer fans, but obviously, Seattle fans that rooted for the Sonics aren't really rooting for the Blazers or the Thunder. They're either, just going to be rooting for the Sonics when they come back. Some of them stopped watching. And I imagine there's some Seattle fans that did decide, like Captain, to take on the Thunder, as their team for the time being, and some maybe switch to the Blazers because it's Pacific Northwest. But every individual that lives up there, they're pretty passionate for their team. So, but I would imagine a good majority of fans in Seattle that grew up there and that live there, they're just not watching. They're just not supporting. They already have the Hawks, they already have the Kraken, they got the Mariners. There's no point of rooting for the Lakers or the Blazers or the Thunder, especially when the Sonics are going to be coming back. It sounds like probably within the next 5 to 10 years or sooner, as far as expansion teams, because they're going to end up doing 2, and I assume Seattle will be 1, and then Vegas, will probably have a good chance to get the other. Scoot, Tumani Kamara. But again, I can't speak for every individual that's in Seattle. I imagine there's still some people that are going to be, watching basketball, but, I know a lot of them are just waiting for the Sonics to come back. In and out, no good. Jaylen Brown with the board behind the back. Yeah, the rivalry between Portland and Seattle is pretty fierce, just like Portland and LA. Just like with the Portland Winterhawks and obviously with Seattle. It goes down on every sport. The Ducks and the Huskies. It's always going to be competitive. Jaylen Brown at the line. And it probably also depends on how hardcore of an NBA fan that you were back then. Were you a person that was watching every single Sonics game? Or were you just a casual fan? And again, if you're just a casual fan, then it's probably not that big of a deal. But for those people that put a lot of money and time and energy and effort, to watch the Sonics, again, for some of those people, some will come back. And then others, may decide just to boycott, and just watch the other sports in Seattle, which, seems fair with everything that, obviously happened. Celtics with the steal, layup with the left, no good. Get that rebound, Portland. Derek White comes out of the scrum, and 3 is good. Oh, my. (28-26) Blazers. I wish. Celtics. Come on, baby. Scoot. Passes off to Anthony Simons at the top of the key. Hit him with a crossover. Step back 3. Oh, baby. He is hot. He is hot, baby. (28-26) Celtics. Anthony Simons, 7 points, 3 for 4 here in the first quarter. Brown being guarded by Simons. White for 3 again. Bang! Same spot, same result. Oh, my. All right, we got less than 30 seconds to go. Simons, top of the key, another 3. It's like a 3-point contest here today. Deflected, out of bounds. Basketball possession, Blazers. Almost a 5-second violation there by Portland. Come on now. Simons, scoot, corner 3, air ball, no good. White, Jaylen Brown, kicks it out. Pritchard for 3, bang! Oh my, Peyton Pritchard, go Ducks. 31-26, and that's the end of the first quarter. Man, we got to be able to play some better defense on my guy, Go Ducks, Peyton Pritchard. 3 threes in the first quarter. I see you. All right, Peyton, I see you, my guy. 31-26 Celtics. Blazers down by 5 after the first. Yeah, Porzingis. Yeah, no Drew Holiday, no Tatum, but we'll see. But see, it shows you, like, even with those 3 guys out, you guys still put up 31. You know, and again, we're not the best, defensive team or rebounding team, but, Tumani Kamara has definitely rubbed off on some of the other Blazers, and we're trying harder, to draw chargers and, go after loose balls and kind of do all those little extra things that you need to do to win, like what the good teams do. And, hopefully we can find a way to keep it competitive there. All right, Blazers, let's go. Only 36% from the field, 2 for 10 from 3, 38% for Boston, only 2% higher, but they're 6 for 15 from deep. And again, 15 rebounds for Portland, 13 for the Celtics, but 4 more made threes, and that's the difference in the game in that first quarter. Anthony Simons, pick and roll, passes to Shaedon Sharpe at the corner, elbow, jumper, fadeaway is good. Let's go. I like that, baby. Shea from Anthony Simons. Let's keep it moving, Blazers. Rip City. Peyton Pritchard passes to Al Horford at the top of the key. Derek White, corner 3, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard, other side for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Blazers. Anthony Simons, push. 31-28 Celtics. Simons being guarded closely by Peyton Pritchard. Simons in and out for 3, no good. Pritchard with the rebound. Get back. White in and out with the jumper, no good. Simons Walker, an aggressive take to the hole and fouled. Walker will go to the line, fouled by Walsh. Walker, first free throw is no good. Come on, Walker. Come on, Jabari. You got to make up for these missed free throws. Come on now. You're only averaging 4 and 3, off the bench, and you're only 68% from the line. But holy hell, come on. Second free throw miss. Golly, you're going to miss both? But I guess I shouldn't be surprised if you're only shooting like 60%. Pritchard, guarded by Sharp. Two-man game, pick and roll. Pritchard, I mean, they're just launching three after three after three. It's like a three-party. There we go. Walker with the layup is good. Here we go. And then we get a timeout by the Celtics with poor defense on the fast break. 31-30 Celtics. Let's go, baby. All right, let's take a look at some of the headlines in sports. Raiders make Max Crosby the NFL highest paid non-quarterback. Well-deserved. He is an absolute stud. Dukes Lucases signs the deal to coach Miami. Belichick up to UNC players to buy into the product. We see if they will. Seahawks star DK Metcalf requests a trade. And obviously Tyler Lockett decides not to they're not, going to be negotiating any kind of contract with him. So obviously Lockett will be available for a team to pick him up. Cowboys rework Dak's contract, add $36.6 million to the cap. And Devils, Hughes lost for season following surgery. That's tough for Odin. And I was going to say, is that Jack? I think it's Jack. Oh, it is. Damn, that's tough. And then Yanni Gordon, Oliver Bjorkstrand to the Bolts. Kraken get 2 first-round picks. So in a 3-team trade, we'll see how that turns out for us. And then let's take a look at some of the scores. We've got Caps 1, Rangers 0. And if Ovechkin scores, obviously they will be notifying people how close he is to that Gretzky number. Last time I saw it, it was at 10, so we're getting close. Senators and Blackhawks at 0. Maple Leafs and the Golden Knights on in a couple hours. Ducks and Canucks, as well as the Blues and the Kings. And then tomorrow we will be live at 5 o'clock Pacific for the Kraken and the Preds. And then Friday at 5 for the Blazers and the Thunder. Looking forward to that. Even if we lose, hopefully they fight and compete. Saturday will be more than likely Mariners and Cubs at noon. And then Sunday, NASCAR Cup Series, Phoenix at 12:30-ish on Sunday. 38-32 Celtics. Come on, Blazers. Portland with 7 fast break points. Boston with nothing, but they're just shooting threes, but their percentage is decent. Pick and roll. Horford, alley-oop, and a dunk. Wow. What a pass by Horford. Great pick and roll execution there for Boston. 38-32 Celtics. Simons, Walker with the pick and roll. Simons with the jumper, fading away, in and out, no good. Good rebound there by Boston. White on the fast break. Floater is good. Nice job by Derek White. He's a stud. Shay. Derek White with 12 points already. Sharp off the glass and good. Where's the and one? Holy hell. Can we get a call, please? Oh, that was beautiful by Sharp. And Hauser on the other end there with the jumper. 41-34 Boston. Simons, pick and roll. Nice pass. And Jabari Walker, Butterfingers. Turnover. Trailblazers. Peyton Pritchard. Hands off to Al Horford. Derek White. Pick and roll game with Horford. Derek White for 3. In and out, no good. I mean, it's just like Pritchard and White shooting 3 after 3 after 3, but I guess if it works for them. Another 3 attempt, in and out, no good. Jabari Walker with the rebound. Come on, Blazers. Simons, Attack the paint. Wide open three. In and out, no good. Rebound. There we go. Good offensive board for the Blazers for that putback. 41-37, Rip City. Al Horford for three. Holy hell. Yeah, you guys ended up coming back, though. I mean, our defense and our rebounding weren't very good in the third and fourth quarter, but we were smacking y'all early on. And, we should have won that game. But again, when you're on the road, it's tough against a team as good as Cleveland. And again, look at the run that we had to go at Cleveland, right? At the Sixers, at Boston, at OKC. Like this, literally, these next two games, this could be the NBA Finals, the Celtics and the Thunder. So, but the thing is at least the Blazers have been playing like a top 10, top 15 team in the last month and a half. So it's not like we're getting blown out anytime soon. Even with guys like DeAndre Ayton on the shelf, we have still stepped up and been competitive, even in the games that we've lost. I mean, dude, I was surprised that we were playing as well. To look at the score when I was watching the game and seeing us up by 10 or 15 points, I had to do a double take. I'm like, is this real? But then I knew eventually something had to give, and you guys started getting on a nice run in the third and fourth quarter. Big three by Sharp is good. Bang! 41-40 Celtics. Nice job, Shay. But again, the cream always rises to the top, and you guys were very efficient in the third and fourth quarter in OT, and you guys came back and won, and deservedly so. There's a reason why, the Cavs are, the best team in the Eastern Conference, not named the Celtics. White, stay on him. White with the pump fake. Floater, in and out, no good. Sharp with the rebound. Go, Blazers, push. 3-on-3. Foul. Fucking A. Can we get a call, please? And, we might have, in your opinion, got all the calls. Dude, if you ever watch any Blazer game besides just playing the Cavs, we get no fucking calls. Even our guys at home don't get calls. Like Scoop, Shaden Sharp, he could literally get bumped with the body and get slammed to the floor. Then the refs just look. We don't get calls. We're like the second youngest team in the NBA. And even when we get slammed to the floor, it's like 50-50 that we get the call. So maybe that one game we got more calls than you were used to for an opponent. But, Blazers get probably out of all 30 teams in the NBA, probably bottom 5, NBA ref treatment. We don't really get any love from the refs whatsoever. Richard? 43-41, Rip City. Let's go. Ooh, 32-10. Great run for you guys. Jaylen Brown, offensive foul. Woo! Let's go. And Jaylen Brown's complaining. Yeah, but you guys came back and won. So, I mean, it's one thing if you guys would have lost, but you got to fight adversity sometimes, right? It's not going to be easy. And plus, people are going to doubt y'all and OKC because you guys have never really made a deep run. And in this recent, team, this is not a team that has LeBron on it, So, again, the Celtics and the Nuggets, might be favored based off experience. But, yeah, I wouldn't really be that shocked if we get, a Thunder Celtics or a Thunder Cavs, final. Obviously, with Adam Silver, he probably would rather have Celtics Lakers if it was his choice, for like NBA ratings. But, I would love to be able to see the Cavs and the Thunder in the finals at some point or another. But it kind of feels like SGA is going to get MVP this year. And as long as they don't have any major injuries and Chet can come back and be effective, that the Thunder could possibly win it all. It's like the Cavs are good, but they're inexperienced. Boston is a little bit more experienced, but their team doesn't feel as good as they were in their championship run. Denver is always good, and they're definitely going to be the biggest threat to OKC. So we'll see kind of how it plays out. Charge! Another one. Jaylen Brown. Let's go. Back-to-back. Jaylen Brown. Tumani Kamara, and there's a reason he got Defensive Player of the Month because of plays like that. He's willing to take charges when other guys are not willing to do the job. Offensive fouls drawn in the entire league. Tumani Kamara, 44, number one. 24 charges, number one. Blocks, right? He's got 22, steals 90, 180 stops, right? Dyson Daniels for Atlanta has 197 stops. But again, Tumani Kamara's numbers are offensive fouls drawn. Like Dyson Daniels might have, 17 more stops, but he only has 9 offensive fouls drawn, 0 charges. Tumani Kamara has 24 charges, and then he's racking up some in this game as well. Love Tumani. And then some of the other names that are on the defensive leaders, Dyson Daniels, Tumani Kamara, Wembanyama, SGA, Jaden McDaniels, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jalen Williams, Luguentz Dort, De'Aaron Fox, and Amen Thompson. Yeah, and especially back-to-back offensive fouls for Brown. He can't afford to do that with this team. I mean, of course, Pritchard and White can keep shooting threes, and Horford, can do a little bit of everything. So they're still going to be in it. Ooh, Brian Scalabrine on TV. I love that. Scal, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but I don't think that the NBA wants the Cavs to get there. You're a fan of them, but they're not really a draw. Even if they're good and even if they have the best record in the NBA, I don't think people really appreciate Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell, And it seems like with Mitchell, when they need him to play his best ball, he doesn't show up sometimes. So again, I feel like he was more consistent when he was on Utah. You guys win games, but a lot of times if you look at the box score, in some of the big games, sometimes Mitchell just disappears. And again, if Cleveland wants to be able to represent the East, he can't do that. You're going to need Garland and Mitchell and everyone to contribute. But as far as Cavs fans, you guys love that team. But I feel it's casual NBA fans, I don't think they really appreciate what Cleveland is doing this year. And if they, if you're wanting a team, that's good, that may not be their team, I imagine most of them would be leaning more towards SGA and the Thunder, rather than, the Cavs. So, but you never know what we're going to get. But, I mean, at least as of right now, the Cavs, right, and the Celtics, they're, looking pretty nice at this point, as well as the Thunder and the Nuggets. But there's no guarantee that will be, the teams in the West Final and the East Final. But there's a chance that it could happen. Yeah, but what about the games when you guys played the Thunder? He ain't scoring 30 points on the Thunder. Because I've watched a couple of those games. A couple of the games he had 8. 8 points ain't going to cut it. Now, if you get 8 points and you win, that's fine. But, I want to see him, I want to see him against the best of the best, being able to put 20 to 30 up and not ball hog it. But the one thing about the Cavs and the Thunder have in common, they play defense and they rebound and they're a team. And I like that. They hustle and they play for each other. And that's what makes, them exciting. And then obviously you have the chemistry with Celtics and the Nuggets, and they've been there, done that. So, Sharp. Scoot for 3, and it's good. Let's go. 10 points for Scoot Henderson off the bench, baby. 47-42. Rip City. Brown still in the game. 15-foot jumper, front rim, in and out, no good. Klingon tips it to Denny Advia. Advia, all the way, Denny. Scoot. Nice. Goes for a reverse layup, no good. Scoot to the line. Yeah, and the only reason that the Cavs wouldn't represent the East, is that, again, that experience of making that deep run. If the Celtics end up clipping them and beating them, it'll be based on the players that they have and the deep runs that they've already gone on. But, we'll see. We will see. But the Lakers aren't good enough to beat the Thunder or the Nuggets in a 7-game series. Even with LeBron and Luka and Reeves, not good enough. They don't have defense. They might be able to win a couple, but I mean, Nuggets and Thunder, it definitely should be one of those two teams representing in the finals for the West. I'd be shocked if it ends up not being one of those two teams based on what I've seen this season. Jumper is good. Derek White with 15. DC to Denny Advia. Pick and roll. Denny. Left-handed layup is good. Nice job, Denny. 51-51. Rip City tied up with the Celtics. White, pick and roll. Al Horford. Al at the top. Back to White. Another three. They just have that magic spot there on the corner. Elbow three. And they got quite a few players that love that elbow three. Derek White with 18. 4 for 7 from deep. Holy hell. DC. Down low with a layup is good. There we go. Cling Kong, baby. I see you, DC. Let's go. I just want the Blazers to get somewhere between the 8, 9, or 10 seed, just based on how bad they were early on. White, corner three again. Holy shit. He's on fire. 21 points out of the 51 for Boston, and that will save you with no Porzingis, Drew Holiday, or Tatum playing. Oh, my. He is hot. I'll get a photo up for him here in a second. Got to play better defense. But I've always liked White's scrappiness. Super underrated player. The power of the bald head, baby. Bald boys. Never underestimate a bald boy. Yeah, White definitely trying to go for 40 tonight, and he might have to win against the Blazers tonight. But it's that elbow three. It's like same spot over and over and over and over. And obviously White's going to get a lot more opportunities with Porzingis, Tatum, and Drew Holiday obviously being out for this matchup. More opportunities for Pritchard, more opportunities for Derek White, and Horford will have opportunities if he wants them. Scoot, top of the three key, in and out, no good. Rebound by Brown. Horford bringing the ball up like he's a point guard. Oh, Horford traveled, no call. Pritchard, back to Horford. And turnover, Boston. All right, Anthony Simons, let's go. But, right now, Pritchard and White are walking buckets. And also, with Brown not having the best game also, they need that. Nice layup. Jesus Christ, Anthony Simons, I see you. With the left. You are ridiculous. Bring that electricity for Rip City. Pritchard. Back to Horford, top of the three key. Right in Klingen's eye. In and out, no good. Denny Advia with the rebound. Denny. You got to look up for your teammates, Denny. DC was wide open down there. Turnover. Blazers. Brown. Horford. In and out, no good. Pritchard for three. Bang! Oh, my. Oh, my. It's just over and over and over. It's like, take your pick. Pritchard, White, Horford. Scoot. Stolen. Pritchard. Nice crossover. White in the corner. Bang! He is on fire. Oh, my. Oh, I saw an Oregon Duck Peyton Pritchard jersey in the crowd there. Go Ducks. 59-53. Crowd is just going crazy. 24 out of the 57 points for bald boy Derek White. Love it. Tumani. Anthony Simons. Guarded by White. Go baseline. There you go. Fade away. In and out. No good. DC did not time his jump there. Pritchard. Pritchard on Scoot. Horford. In and out, no good. Rebound, Scoot, you bum. And then and one for Pritchard. Jesus. Nice job by Boston. They're really feeding off the crowd here tonight. But again, if you can't defend the three and you can't rebound, basic things like boxing out, rebounding, closing out so you're not getting all these open threes for Pritchard and Derek White. I mean, a lot of these issues are self-inflicted by Rip City. Peyton Pritchard with fucking 17 in the first half. Oh, my. I knew this was going to be a good game, and it wasn't going to be easy. Even with some of those guys out, Holiday, Tatum, Porzingis, it didn't matter. I knew we were still going to be in for a dogfight. Free throw is good. 64-55 with less than a minute to go. And the Blazers had a 3 to 5 point lead for a good chunk of this game. But, man, the three-point shooting has been on fire. Oh, what a tip. In and out, no good. Where's the foul call? Pritchard. Horford, pump fake. Down low to Jaylen Brown. Layup is good. Now it's starting to get out of hand. And you should have, had Chauncey call a timeout when they started going crazy on these runs. Denny with the layup. Poor defense there by Boston on the transition. 64-55 Celtics. And we're getting close to halftime now. Brown. Put Sharp on skates right there. Jumper is good. And we are at halftime, 66-55 Boston. Terrible defense by the Blazers, but you got to give Boston credit. Again, their three-point shooting has just been magnificent today. And Derek White taking advantage of this opportunity. 24 points in the first half. Peyton Pritchard with 18. And that's the difference, right? Jaylen Brown only has 12. But again, it's like you need to be able to stop the bleeding. And we haven't been able to do that. Hopefully the defense will be a little bit better in the second half or we're going to be toast. Shout out to Pritchard. Go Ducks. Shout out to Derek White. I see you. 66-55 Celtics. Well, if our defense doesn't improve, we're not going to come back. That's one thing that's been pretty good for Portland. But again, if you're just going to let them shoot open three, and they're hitting them for the most part, yeah, we're not coming back. I mean, field goal percentage is about the same, 44.7, 44 for Boston, but the difference is we're 6 for 18 for three. They're 13 for 31. Holy fuck. 31 threes in the first half? Are you crazy? But I guess that's what the NBA game is now. All threes. 31 attempts, and it's only the first half. I remember watching games as a kid that they wouldn't even get 31 in a full game. Unbelievable. I mean, so if you think about that, 7 additional threes, that's 21 points. That's a 21-point swing right there. And they're up by 11, so go figure. STL in the building. What's good? All the homies are still at work for the most part, so I got to give them updates on what's going on. Oh. Yeah, very good. I mean, you got to understand, if you're at Oregon, right, they're not really known for basketball, right? So obviously, if you end up making it to the NBA, yeah, he was fucking really good. You know, like I said, every once in a while, you know, you'll have like a Luke Ridnour, you know, type of player, you know, and obviously Peyton Pritchard is looking like he's going to have more success than Luke did in that short stint that he had, you know, obviously back in the day when we had Luke Ridnour and Luke Jackson. But, you know, Oregon typically is known more for football rather than basketball. You know, every once in a while we'll have a guy that comes out, but Pritchard was very good for Oregon. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good, SDL. You know, it was, you know, pretty good weather, you know, here. It's been a little chilly, but me and Paisley have gone on 2 long walks already. And obviously an early stream, you know, starting at 4 o'clock Pacific compared to last night that we started at 7 with the Kraken. Tomorrow we're going to do the Preds and the Kraken at 5 o'clock Pacific. Friday we'll do the Blazers and the Thunder at 5 o'clock Pacific. On Saturday, we'll do Mariners and Cubs, spring training at noon. And then on Sunday, we'll do NASCAR Cup Series for Phoenix around 12:30 on Sunday. I mean, Oregon is 22-8, so yeah, they'll make the tourney, you would think. We've won 6 in a row, so that's the best in the Big Ten. The only other team that has a win streak close to us is Michigan State with 5 in a row. But I mean, if you're looking at the Big Ten, you got Michigan State 24-5, Michigan 22-7, Purdue 21-9, Wisconsin 22-7, Maryland 22-7, UCLA 21-9, Oregon 22-8. So we're right there with all the other schools, and Dana Altman has actually done a pretty badass job, you know, for, you know, Oregon. It's, you know, everyone will talk about Dan Lanning on the football side, but you know, Dana Altman has actually done a fantastic job for our basketball program for quite a few years now. You know, I don't watch every Oregon basketball game. You know, I never lie or act like I'm, you know, if I say I'm watching, I'm watching. But, you know, again, I don't watch the Oregon Duck basketball team on a regular basis anymore, you know, just here and there, you know. But once we obviously get to the tourney, you know, I may end up doing a stream like we did last season when they made the tourney and whatnot. But, you know, I'm not going to watch every game. The last time I watched, you know, every single game, like from beginning to end, was back in that Luke Ridnour, Luke Jackson era. So it's, you know, been a good 25 years since I've watched on a regular basis, you know. But again, I try to catch a few games a season, and then obviously if they're in the tourney, I'm watching all of those. So. Well, this is a silly question. I'm the, you know, as far as everyone that's on YouTube, I'm known as Mr. Oregon Duck and Mr. Seattle Mariners. Of course I'm doing Oregon football, because if I don't do Oregon football, who the hell is going to do it? You know, of course I'm going to do Oregon football. That's a silly question, my guy. I mean, I'm going to be doing like pretty much every game. Oregon football, right? We do the Seattle Mariners, 150 plus out of 162 games. We'll mix in some Blazers and some Kraken. We do WWE, we do NASCAR. I mean, there's nothing really that I don't do on this fucking channel compared to a lot of the other streamers that just stick to like one sport like football, and that's all they do. So, come on, Caleb. Why wouldn't I do the Ducks? Silly question. I mean, I got the biggest sports and wrestling channel in Oregon, right? It would be doing a disservice if I just didn't do the Ducks. Of course I'm going to do the Ducks. Plus, they're like my favorite team out of all my teams. I actually go, usually once or twice a season. I mean, I've been following them for, a good chunk of my life. I'm 42. I've been watching for a long time, over 30 years. I mean, I got over 2,400 live streams or videos since 2017. That's like almost recording every day for like 6 years. I grind. I don't work like once a week. I work like 7 days a week. And once in a while, there might be, a day off here and there. But, there was a streak last year where I didn't miss a day, in like 3 months or 4 months. It's a lot of fucking work. Red Sox beat the Rays 4-2. There you go, Judah. I don't keep up on Oregon baseball. Is there a particular player that I should be keeping an eye on? I mean, I'll do football and I'll do the basketball here and there and whatnot. But you got to think it's like, if I got to cover, all the NBA teams, all the NFL teams, all the NHL teams, all the MLB teams, NASCAR, WWE, there's only so many hours in a day, with all the reading and the film study that I got to do to try to be an expert on every fucking team that's out there. A lot of people are not willing to put in that kind of work. I got to take a look at these stats here real quick. 13 for 31 from deep, 41% compared to 33. And then let's take a quick look at free throw percentage. That's been a big one. 81% for Boston, 63% for Portland. That's terrible. I mean, I like our fast break points 10 and our points in the paint 20, but our largest lead was 6. Largest lead, obviously, for Boston here, as you see at halftime, 11. But we just got to close out and play better D. 13 threes in the first half is ridiculous. 31 attempted is ridiculous. But I guess that's what the NBA has turned into. Yeah, congrats on your dub today. Even spring training, and wrestling too. Every once in a while back in the day, it'd be AEW, but typically now it's like, the WWE pay-per-views or PLEs, the Prime, premium live events. Once a month, I do those. We do Monday Night Raw on a regular basis now also. And then every once in a while, we'll do, WWE Saturday night. And then, at some point we might start doing SmackDowns or NXT. So, I like to be able to kind of switch it up, so that way we're not just doing the same thing until obviously we get into like, MLB season. There'll be a lot of Mariners, obviously in football season, there'll be a lot of NFL coverage and a lot of Oregon Ducks and others and whatnot. But, we're in this kind of period of time where, we're just around the corner of waiting for the MLB to start. So we're trying to just get in as much action as we can before I start doing the Mariners almost every day. So, yeah, completely different. Yeah, that's the competitor. So Tony Khan and his dad, Chad, they own the Jags, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they also own AEW. So if someone leaves WWE, that's usually where they go, or vice versa. So, and AEW was beating WWE in some of the ratings and some of the action during COVID. But ever since Triple H took over and they booted Vince out, Triple H and WWE has been incredible. I mean, it's must-see TV. I mean, John Cena heel turn? Are you fucking kidding me? In his last year and his last 10 months with the company? Unbelievable. Yeah, I think that we have a good chance to, try to get to that 8, 9, or 10 spot. Again, we're only 6 games back from 500, but again, a rough schedule. On the road with the Cavs, on the road with the Sixers, on the road with Boston, and then we got a day off, and then on the road against the Thunder. So we'll see how it goes. And we need more, defensive presence on the Blazers. It's like we need toughness and better defense. Like Toumani Camara has rubbed off on everyone else. And Donovan Clingan sometimes is a little flat-footed, and he doesn't really have all the tools yet. He'll get better in his footwork and his body positioning for blocks and rebounds. But he gives you some toughness. But, you need more players than just Toumani Camara and Clingan. And so hopefully, throughout the draft or free agency, we can get some guys that, will be a little bit tougher and, defense will be important to them. Because, again, we got a lot of guys that, maybe want the ball in their hands. And Jeremy Grant's contract is ridiculous. Obviously, there was rumors of maybe moving him or Anthony Simons, but I would rather keep Anthony on the team. If they decided to move Jeremy Grant, that wouldn't really bother anyone on the Blazer fan base, I don't think. But, obviously you don't want to get someone shitty in return. And with the Blazers, they kind of have this thing where, we understand it's a business, and sometimes they, try to, maneuver the money and the contracts and whatnot, but they also kind of have a reputation of fucking up and, getting rid of good talent and then getting shit in return. So, but, the core is incredibly young. And if you look at the core and the players that we have, we do have an exciting team, even though we're not winning, as many games as, a lot of Blazer fans want at this point. But we're like the second youngest team in the NBA. But, Scoot Henderson, really fun to watch. Anthony, took over for CJ McCollum as like the guy at shooting guard after, CJ McCollum went to the Pelicans and then Dame left. Simons has been pretty fucking good. Sharp is just like Scoot, a guy that can come off the bench and give you 15 to 20 and give you that energy. But we would, we need a little bit better defense out of Scoot and Sharp, but they're more offensive minded. Denny is an all-around player. I like his consistency. Donovan Clingan, rookie. So, again, a lot of our guys are incredibly young. And, again, we're just kind of, tasting a preview of what could possibly come with us in the future. So, I definitely think that, there is a chance for us to get to the 8, 9, or 10. And again, it used to be just the top 8 made it, but now with the play-in, 9 and 10 get a chance to try to get in. So, I mean, I don't know if we can get to 41 and 41, but that would be incredible. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. And we're at 20, 80 to go to hit the goal. We need 9 more likes to get to 20. If you're in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Now we're at 12. 8 more to go to hit the goal. All right, here we go. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Toumani Camara. And I love that Toumani always goes after like the best player, no matter who they are. And a lot of times he does a really damn good job. I mean, he got Defensive Player of the Month, and we don't get awards like that. So that's pretty cool. Simons, Toumani, Simons for 3, in and out, no good. And Clingan needs to have better body position for his size. I know he's a rookie and whatnot, but sometimes he's so fucking out of position where he's trying to go for like a tip rebound or a tip like putback, and he's nowhere near the hoop to be able to make it like a successful chance. Like you're just like turned around the wrong way, and he'll learn and get better as the years go on. Denny, spin move, in and out, no good. Like a lot of times you just see Clingan like arms a flailing, like one of those fucking things at a car dealership, right? Where you just see the wacky arms. Like that's all I see with Clingan. Like go up with purpose with 2 hands. Like what is this? Like you're gonna get a rebound doing fucking shit like this? Like you can't have the wacky arms and thinking you're gonna be able to pull down 10 to 20 boards. Like you might be able to get a tip, and then maybe another Blazer can get the rebound, but it's kind of like shit effort. I need to see better effort than that. I know you're a big guy. We appreciate everything that he's done, but it's like jump, motherfucker. Get off your fucking feet. Try with 2 hands. Don't be a fucking wacky arm car salesman machine sitting outside the fucking car dealership, my guy. Denny, Payne Pritchard with another 3. 71-58, Boston. I mean, if we don't get our shit together here, this is going to be a blowout. Tumani Kamara, bang, there we go. Horford, Jaylen Brown, baseline, spin move, Tumani Kamara. Good defense there. Jaylen misses. That's a late whistle. They got Clingan with the foul. Let's go, Tumani. We're going to need your defense. Let's go. 73-60, Boston. No Porzingis, no Drew Holiday, no Jason Tatum, but I already knew that this was going to be a war. And again, defense up to this game has been pretty good in the last month and a half. But again, this is a pretty intimidating place to play, regardless if some of the starters are out. Boston is, again, the Blazers might end up being, matching up, in these next couple games against the actual NBA Finals matchup. We play Boston here today. We play the Thunder on Friday. It could easily be Celtics Thunder in the NBA Finals this year. Facts. Jaylen Brown using his body with the layup. 76-60, Boston. Come on, baby. Clingan. Tumani Kamara for 3. In and out air ball. No good. Go up, Denny. Back to Anthony. Denny. Denny with the spin move. Go up. There we go. Nice job, Denny. Advia. Denny's all around, and we love that. Wizards were stupid for getting rid of him. Thank you, Washington. Thank you, DC. 3 in the corner is no good. Horford with for 3. Bang! Unbelievable. Even at his old age. And that's a timeout for the Blazers. Christ. This is the worst that we've played in about a month and a half. We haven't played like this in a long time. But again, it is the Boston Celtics. And again, we might, have a similar situation when we play the Thunder on Friday. Last time we played them, when we end up having our 9-10 game win streak where we won like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 11, the only loss we had in that run the Blazers had about a couple weeks back was a 10-point loss to the Thunder. So I don't know how it's going to look on Friday, but we definitely need to play better, and the defense is getting exposed here tonight. Oh, no worries. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll do Kraken and the Preds tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific. And hopefully you'll be able to come in and make it, and we can watch, hopefully, the Kraken be victorious tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know who the hell put this schedule together, but then, playing the Cavs, playing the fucking Sixers, even though Embiid is not playing, then playing Boston and then playing the Thunder. I mean, it's one of the hardest runs that we've had all year. And not just our team, any team that would have to go through that gauntlet. That's fucking tough. And we should have beat the fucking Cavs. We were up by 15 over the weekend, but they played shitty defense, didn't box out, didn't rebound well, and then the Cavs came back in OT and won. But then we obliterated the Sixers on Monday, which was nice. And then I had a feeling that it could go this way, but I was just hoping that we would keep it within about 8 points or less to give us a chance, in the fourth. But now down by 16, not looking too good. And again, I think with the Blazers or any of our favorite teams that, you have a team that's not a top team, you just want to see effort. You want to see hustle. You want to see effort. You want to see teamwork, especially when the team isn't where it needs to be. And if you're, like I said, I've said it before, I think we are the best, worst team in the NBA. If there's like a bottom 10, I feel like we're like the 20th team. Out of 30, we're the best, worst team out of the bad teams in the NBA. We've been very good in the last month and a half, but today we're getting fucking ripped apart. Shoot up and spit out. Denny. Tumani Kamara for a corner three, in and out, no good. And you got to have guys down there to fucking rebound. Horford with the board, passes it up to Jaylen Brown. Derek White again with the layup. Weird seeing him actually go for a layup and not shoot a three. Yeah, super underrated, talented player. I imagine the Spurs probably wish they still had him. Corner three by the Blazers. Bang is good. There we go. Daniel in the building. What's good? They're 15 for 34. We're like 8 for 15. Derek White for three again is good. Oh, my God. Bald boys. Holy shit. Man, talk about electric. That's fucking Pritchard and White. They don't even need Tatum or Brown or Porzingis or Drew Holiday. Hell, if they had those guys playing, maybe we'd be down by 40 right now. Holy fuck. I mean, I know we're going to end up having at least one more run, at some point in this third or fourth quarter, but White with 29, Pritchard with 21, Jaylen Brown with 16. Unexcusable. And then our leaders are Advia with 12, Scoot with Advia with 12, Scoot and Shea with double figures, like with around 10 or 11. Floater is good. Nice job, Anthony. But if they need to do a heat check, I mean, they haven't really cooled off at all. Oh, really? $84-70 Celtics. Horford. Pass down low. Advia with a nice block. Sharp on the fast break. Simons. Layup is good. Simons is really improved too. Nice job, Anthony. This is the most consistent scorer game in and game out for the Blazers. But I want to see some effort on defense, because otherwise you're just trading buckets. Peyton Pritchard for three. Bang is good. My God. Can you guys stop? Go Ducks. Pritchard, White, Pritchard. They don't even need Jaylen Brown today. Holy hell. 87-72. Walker for three. There we go. Nice job by Jabari Walker. Now we're down by 15. Come on, Blazers. We got to cut this lead down to like 8 going into the fourth quarter, if possible. Not saying that we will, but if we want to have any chance, we got to cut it down to 8 going into the fourth. Layup, no good. Rebound! You got one Celtic and 4 Blazers, and he got the board. And another 3. Holy shit! This is ridiculous. It's like NBA Jam, and they're on fire, except the fire's not going away. Pritchard with 27, 8 for 12 from deep. Who does he think he is? Steph Curry? Damian Lillard? Walker, floater is good. There we go. I haven't seen Pritchard and White play this good in a game in a long time. They are incredible tonight. But again, that's what happens when you have, Tatum, Porzingis, and Holiday out. That's more shots for these other guys. Pritchard again for 3. In and out, no good. Jabari Walker with the rebound. Push. Denny, go all the way. Foul! And of course, no call. All right, White with the ball. Down by 17. White, Pritchard. And Sharp with the foul. Great job by Peyton Pritchard from the Oregon Ducks, and Derek White. I see you. Pritchard free throw is good. Teams that have 3 players with 200-plus three-point field goals in NBA history: the Rockets, the Warriors, and the Celtics this year with Tatum, White, and Pritchard. Impressive. I just wish that we didn't have to be the one taking the brunt of all of these goddamn threes today, but I'm not surprised. All right, Tumani Kamara inbounds it to Scoot, down by a bazillion. Scoot. Pick and roll. Pass to the outside. Tumani Kamara tried to go for the flush, got rejected. Pass break here for the Celtics. Pritchard. And turnover by Boston. Walker with the steal. Get the ball to Scoot. There you go. Go, Scoot. All the way. Jabari Walker, corner 3 is good. Let's go. 92-75 Celtics. Jabari Walker with 19, 7 for 7 in the game. For a bench guy that only averages a couple a game, pretty damn good. Just wish we weren't getting blown out. Jaylen Brown. Another corner 3. My God. How many threes is Boston going to take? Like literally like 70? Sharp. Corner 3. I mean, that's, and they wonder why, like, there's a problem, with the NBA, and again, it's great if you're making them, but just the ridiculous amount of threes each team takes in the NBA nowadays is mind-blowing. Tumani Kamara with the rebound to Scoot. Sharp for 3. I mean, all it is just a glorified three-point contest every time down the floor. The only thing that's different is who's shooting the 3. Pritchard. Another 3 in the corner. In and out, no good. And, of course, Boston gets an offensive rebound. We're not good at rebounding. Floater, good. Hauser with the jumper. Ooh, Olive Garden. That sounds good. Shit, I haven't been to Olive Garden in over a year. Sharp. Jumper is good. We are at 20. 80 to go. And we still need a few more likes to get to 20 on the likes themselves. I think last time I checked, we were at like 12. Layup is good by Peyton Pritchard, and that's a timeout Blazers. We are at 12. We need 8 more likes. So if you end up liking it, we'll be at 13. And now we're at 13, 7 more to go. And the game was kind of close in the first half. And then now we've just seen Peyton Pritchard and Derek White just go off. Like just crazy. Peyton Pritchard is 10 for 16, 8 for 13 from deep, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 31 points from my Ducks. Holy hell. But that's what happens, right? And then Derek White, 10 for 16, 7 for 10 from deep. Pritchard is 8 for 13 from deep, and he's got 29. So you got literally between White and Pritchard, they have fucking 60 points. They have almost as many points as our entire team, just between those two guys. So, and then let me take a look and see what we're at threes right now. The Celtics have attempted 40 threes, 19 for 40. They had 31 at half. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I already, kind of hinted at, what was, possibly going to happen about a month ago, and I already knew with Lockett's money that was going to be owed that realistically that they would release him, and now DK wants out. And, again, at least you have JSN still there, but now you need receivers, a tight end, offensive line, and more defensive players. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, there's definitely going to be some guys in the draft or in free agency, that can fill some of those holes. But that particular era with those guys, they're going to have to figure that out. And I'm not really sure, what kind of return you're going to get on DK. We know DK is still kind of in his prime, but just because you're, a top 20 receiver doesn't mean you're going to get a first round pick in return. Like realistically, they'll probably only get like a 5th rounder for DK. So, maybe a 3rd rounder at the highest, but we see a lot of these moves, where you get these big notable guys that are either Pro Bowl, All Pro, and then you're like, how the hell did they get a 7th rounder for a guy like that, or a 6th rounder, or a 5th rounder? And then every once in a while you'll see like a 3rd, but it's pretty rare, and we'll see what happens with them moving forward. Now, DK is kind of overrated. Again, it depends on for the amount of money, again, it would be better to, build the offensive line and, and go that direction in the defense. Like you got JSN, but, we already know Lockett was kind of getting up there in age and his play was kind of declining. But I don't know. I feel with like DK, I would rather have better offensive line than, someone like DK there. And DK is still a good receiver, but there's other needs for the team that are more important. Pritchard. Another 3. Oh, my. Peyton Pritchard is on fire. They can't put their best defender on Pritchard because there's another guy named Derek White that Tumani Kamara has to guard, or he has to guard Jaylen Brown. So, I mean, we really only have one good defender on the team, and that's Tumani Kamara. So, I mean, if we had 5 Tumani Kamaras, Judah, yeah, maybe the game would be a little bit closer, right? But last time I checked, we only have 1. So, and if he's on Jaylen Brown most of the time, then there you go. Another 3. Holy cow. I mean, what Derek White and Pritchard are trying to go for, 40 each? Holy moly. Kip in the building. What's good? But it's just literally become a 3-point contest for Boston. They give no fucks. 102-80 Celtics. Oh, stolen by Scoot. Swinging. Scoot. And again, this is the worst game that we've played in a month and a half. Like, out of all the games that I've watched, this is by far the worst game. But again, if you can't play defense, you can't box out, you can't close out, and on top of it, they got no Tatum playing today, no Porzingis, no Drew Holiday. This should have been a little bit more competitive a matchup, but Pritchard and Derek White say, nah, not today. Nice pass down low. There's a 3-second violation down there. We're down by 20. Holy hell. No, we're not coming back, Caleb. I've been watching sports and basketball for 40 years. We are not coming back. Number one, we don't have the defensive players to come back. And number two, I don't think we've seen, people heat up the way that Derek White and Peyton Pritchard have in this game. They're not slowing down. I mean, at some point, they might be able to just throw those guys on the bench because they're up by so much on us. But we are not coming back in this game. Nice slam there by Anthony Simons. Like, we can come back slightly, but we're not going to come back and win. There's no way in hell. Now we just got to pray that we don't play like this against the Thunder. Otherwise, we're going to have back-to-back ugly losses. And all that hard work that we put in for about a month and a half, I'm not going to say it's down the drain, but we want to be at least competitive. Yeah, Kip, I did. I appreciate you. I'll get you some photos here. What do you want to do for photos, Kip? Based off your dono from a day or two ago. What do you consider close? This ain't going to be close, bro. Sometimes you just got to chalk up an L. And that's what we're going to do here today. I did. I appreciate you. Sorry that you're going through some tough times with the fam. But again, let me know what you want to do. You want some Saquon? Do you want some Jalen? Philadelphia sports. You want Bryce? What are you thinking today? $121-101. Is that your definition of close? A 20-point loss? That's what we're down by now. It's not close. Close is like 6 points or less. Come on, Caleb. I don't know what the public schools are teaching there for mathematics, but that ain't fucking close, dude. ECW, we can do that. Now, do you got a favorite ECW star? What are we talking? We talking RVD? We talking Sabu? Are we talking Tajiri? Are we talking Masato Tanaka? Are we talking Mike Awesome? Are we talking Justin Credible? Are we talking Lance Storm? What are we talking, my guy? Are we talking New Jack? Are we talking Mustafa? I mean, I can name drop for days, baby. Are we talking about Paul E. Dangerously? I got you. Jerry Lynn. I mean, ECW had a knack of making like lower name, wrestlers turn into like wrestling icons, and some of them wrestling gods, especially back, in this era where Jerry Lynn and RVD put on some of the best matches together. And again, it all depends on the style of wrestling that you like. But I'll get a few more of these up here for you. Yeah, when we beat the Hornets, we won by 53, the most that we've ever won by any opponent in the Blazer history. We're not doing that here. Sometimes you just got to chalk up a loss. We just haven't played well. We are not playing with RVD swagger today. Derek White for three is good. Jesus. 107-84 Celtics. I mean, I don't know what they're trying to go for, but man, these guys are trying to have career nights here against the Blazers. White with 32, Pritchard with 37. It's almost laughable, but I don't want to be, laughing, but gosh. Incredible game for Pritchard and White. They both could easily hit 40. Three in the corner, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound. Tip, no good. Fast break Blazers. Sharp. And Shaden Sharp with the layup. Nasty boys in 3D. The Dudley boys. I got good memories from the Nasty Boys back in the day, too. Pritchard for three. In and out, no good. They said two open. Simons for three, in and out, no good. Kamara with the offensive board and one. Nice job, Tumani. I mean, someone's still trying. I got a Nasty Boys and a Beverly Brothers. What you know about Beverly Bros? Not a lot of people remember that particular tag team. Holy cow, I haven't seen a photo of these guys in fucking 20 years. And poked away by Walker. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Good ball movement here by the Celtics. 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go, 107-90 Boston. Anthony, behind the back. Simons with the left is good. Nice job, Anthony. Simons is money. Pritchard. Good ball movement here by the Celtics. White, deep three, in and out, no good. Tumani Kamara with a great rebound. Two hands, Donovan Clingan, take notes. Clingan. Anthony Simons. Layup is good. Gosh, he's good. Simons is just, he can do so many acrobatic shots and still find a way. Timeout, 107-90 Celtics. Devon, get the tables. I miss those days. No, NWO is not coming back, but obviously you got Corporate Rock, and there may be another member, that ends up joining. Like, if they have Cena and The Rock run in when Jay is about to lose to Gunther, and then Jay, they help Jay win. Jay joining, would make logical sense. And then if you want to go for like a wild card individual that could join, that would blow it out of the water, that people would be shocked. How about a guy like Seth Rollins? If you look at the matchups, of who's going to be matching up against who, Seth is at a breaking point where it feels like he's going to go heel pretty soon. Not saying that he's going to join, but it would kind of logically make sense as being that wild card. Jay is more probably realistic, but if they really wanted to surprise the hell out of everyone, that would be an awesome way to be able to get Jay and to get Seth on that side with Cena and The Rock, and that's must-see TV if that ends up happening. 112-92 Boston. Pritchard. Yeah, defense is absolutely terrible for Portland here today. Blows past. Anthony Simons there. Pritchard going crazy. 39 for Pritchard, 35 for White. Chief in the building. What's good? Like the first game, the Blazers have just not played well, in about a month and a half. But again, this Boston Celtic team might be the team that represents the Eastern Conference even over the Cavs when it's all said and done. Corner three by Sharp is good. Come on, baby. I know we're going to lose, but let's not get blown out. Let's make it respectable. Let's try to lose by 10 or less if we can, but we're on a 10-2 run. Floater. Nice defense by Toumani Camara. Sharp. Travel. Derek White, deep three. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Another three. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard are ridiculous right now. I have not seen two shooters light it up like this in a long fucking time in the same game, on the same team. 10 for 16 for three for Pritchard, right? 9 for 13 for White. I mean, kudos to them. I haven't seen a performance like this since maybe Steph Curry and Klay Thompson going off in the same game. And that was years ago. 114-98, Boston. White. What's good, bro? How are you? Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We're only a few away from 20. We can help us out with that regard. And then what do we have? 20, 80 to go for our dono train. Derek White going cray-cray. I mean, at this point, they both can hit 40. I mean, Pritchard's at 39. White is at 37, but it really depends on if they're going to take him out or not. But now, KO, I don't think that, you have to look on who's been a part of like the bloodline. And if you look at who matches up against who, KO might match up against like Randy Orton and whatnot. But, KO is a great heel, and he can be a face as well. But you have to look at the matchups on who's been wrestling who and what feuds have been brewing and whatnot. But KO would make a good heel, but you're not going to see KO with Cena and Rock. Never going to happen. You would more likely see Jay or see someone like Seth. $114.98 Boston. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a game. And I know we're tired. We've been on this long road trip and eventually it was going to come back to bite us a little bit. But again, I don't think anyone anticipated the goddamn Celtics almost taking 50 threes, 48 threes they've taken, 23 they've made. That's ridiculous. This is just kind of one of those one-off games, where they shot so many threes, but they actually made them. So hopefully we play better than this against the Thunder. Otherwise, the same result is going to happen. Odin with a 10er. Appreciate you. I'm going to send some photos your way. Awesome. Thank you, man. Every dollar counts. Dog food, internet bill, streaming bill. Thank you, man. Odin son with a 10er. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack, bringing that electricity to the stream. Appreciate you, Odin. Now we're at 30, 70 to go. Appreciate you. Yeah. Ooh, good photos. All right, let me see if I can... Gangsters. All right, I'll save those, and then I'll send those to Sarah, and then I'll pull them from her ex there. Cheap with a $5. Thank you for supporting. It means everything. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. Let me know what you want to do for some photos as well. We can always do food at the end of the stream if you'd like. Appreciate you, Odin and Chief Will Chief. Always representing. Means a lot. Thank you. New Jack. Great photo, bro. Woo! The gangsters. New Jack and Mustafa. Love them. So hardcore in ECW, too. Yeah, bro, you don't need Myles Garrett. You don't need Micah Parsons. You guys are good enough to win without him. I don't know. You're doing like some fantasy shit with like Madden or whatever. You don't need those guys. Micah would be a distraction for the Eagles anyways. He's more of a me player than a team player. Now, Myles Garrett would be amazing on any team that he would go to, but I feel like Micah is incredibly skilled. Nice dunk by Sharp. But I feel like his skill set has been kind of declining a little bit. He can still put up the big numbers, be Pro Bowl, All-Pro, but, I think he's one of those people, he cares more about the podcast than about the NFL, and that's a problem. You're never going to be able to hit your potential. Number one, playing for Jerry Jones and being on the Cowboys, and then number two, caring about your podcast more than the game itself. Big 3 by Sharp. Nat Man in the building. What's good? 118, 104, Celtics. Nat Man, I appreciate that. Jaylen Brown. Pump fake. 8-footer. And offensive board by the Celtics with 2 Blazers hanging on him is good. Keita. 118, 105, Celtics. Tumani Kamara. And 1. In and out and no good. Awesome photos, bro. And then we'll be live tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific for the Kraken and the Preds. They traded Yanni Gord and Oliver Bjorkstrand, which was kind of shocking for some first-round picks. Hopefully those will pan out for us. We need an elite goalie and some elite goal scorers. So we'll see how that goes. Then on Friday, we'll be live at 5, same time as tomorrow. And we'll be going the Blazers and the Thunder. Hopefully SGA doesn't do what Boston is doing to us. It could be that. And Saturday we'll do Mariners and Cubs at noon, spring training baseball. And then on Sunday we'll do NASCAR Cup Series Phoenix at 12:30. So a little bit of everything. We had WWE Monday Night Raw. Then we ended up having the Kraken, now Blazers, then Kraken, then Blazers, then Mariners, and then NASCAR. A little bit of everything on the channel. Play some D. Brown, in and out, no good. White for 3. In and out, no good. Sharp. Jab step. Don't tear an ACL. Scoot. Crossover. Hit him with the hezzy. Layup. Tried to go for like an alley-oop finger roll layup for a teammate, but no one was there. Pritchard. Lefty is good. Pritchard is money. I mean, Peyton Pritchard and Derek White literally have had the best games in their career tonight, both of them. What are the chances of that happening? 41 for Pritchard, 39 for White. That's fucking bullshit. I mean, I'm happy for them, but why did they have to do that against us tonight? But I'm happy for them, especially Pritchard being an Oregon Duck. But golly, 41 for Pritchard, 14 for 20 shooting, 10 for 16 from deep. And Derek White, 13 for 22, 9 for 15 from deep, and he's got 39. So all Derek White needs to do is get one more bucket in the last 4 minutes, and they'll both be at 40 plus. Wow. All right, Kip, take it easy, brother. All right, Odin, take it easy, brother. .122, 113, Boston. Anthony Simons for three. It's good. Nice job, Anthony. Anthony with 25. Sharp with 25. Walker with 22. So it's not like, we're not playing at all. It's just, they're just making too many threes. Al Horford for three. I mean, we're down by 12. Well, we were. Now we're down by 9. Tumani Kamara. Bang. And just like that, we're making a little bit of a run. We're down by 9. I mean, we're definitely not going to win this game, but we'll also see how long they keep White and Pritchard in. Yeah, keep me updated on anything else that's going on in the sport world, anything that's worth mentioning. All right, let's look at the box score. All right, we got 12 points for Tumani Kamara, 12 points for Denny Advia. Klingin with only 2. Come on, Donovan! 25 for Simon, 25 for Sharp, 22 for Jabari Walker, 13 for Scoot. And then let's go over to Boston. Horford with 12, Derek White with 39, Pritchard with 41. And then they got, Kano with 4, Walsh with 3, Hauser with 5, Cornette with 2, Horford with 12, Jaylen Brown with 16. But, I mean, it's pretty much been the Derek White, Peyton Pritchard show. We're just getting a little tired on this road trip, and we got OKC on Friday. That is going to be a tough test, harder than this one. Oh. Well, it could have been a hell of a lot worse in this game. We could have lost literally by 30 or more, based on how well Boston was shooting. But again, so many threes attempted. It's just a little ridiculous. But that's what the NBA is now. 51 threes attempted by the Celtics. Ridiculous. Brown, one-on-one with Simons. Spin move, floater is good. 124, 113 Celtics with a couple minutes to go. Deep three by Simons, and either Horford or Brown hit him with the foul. Heat and Cavs, 91-89. You're playing tough, Chief O'Chief. I mean, we were up by 15 on the Cavs on the weekend, but then we had shitty defense and shitty rebounding and shitty boxing out, shitty closing out, and then they came back and beat us in OT. But we should have won that game. If you keep it close on the Cavs, there's always a chance. And again, it's like you're not going to necessarily get a big game out of Garland and Mitchell every game. So you got to see, got to maximize, every possession there. Bam has got 23. Robinson has got 14. Rozier 12. Even Love's got 10. But Mitchell's got 21. Garland only 13. Jerome on the bench with 12. Yeah, I hate seeing Tooney leave the Chiefs to go to the Bears. It's like you're going from a championship contender to some kind of dog shit team, but dog shit culture. But they're going to try to give some good protection for Caleb. But, Caleb has been hanging on to the football way too long. And we'll see if, adding a Rams O-lineman and a Chiefs O-lineman, will help as well as the draft. But we'll see if Ben Johnson can call plays and be a leader or if he's only going to be one-dimensional. But going against the Vikings, the Packers, and the Lions, it's not going to be very easy to get, higher in that division. $95-91 Heat. I see you, Chiefo Chief. We all can be happy that we're not Maverick fans, right? Can you imagine Luka, that whole situation, and then Kyrie just tears his ACL, and then they're trying to ask all the season ticket owners to pay more money? Like that, for a team that used to be competitive, they are a dumpster fire. Just Dallas sports overall. Besides maybe the Stars, but with the Cowboys and now the Mavericks, holy hell. I'd move. There'd be no way I would be a part of that. If you want to be depressed for the whole year, yeah, be a Dallas fan. The only thing that would be able to turn it around is if you ended up liking hockey and, repping the Stars. But if you're just Cowboys and Mavericks, holy hell. Simon for 3, in and out, no good. But again, karma's a bitch, right? And sometimes karma has subtle ways of showing that the sports gods are listening, And if they're going to make a dumb decision on Luka like that, having that injury to Kyrie doesn't really surprise me. But shout out to him to shoot the free throws after he tore the ACL, just like Kobe did when he got injured. 126-118, Celtics. Come on, Blazers, finish strong. Down by 8. Simon's reverse layup. Oh, my God, ridiculous. There's no way in hell that we should be this close at this point. But again, Celtics aren't really playing any D. They just are shooting threes. And then if they, miss a couple and then we make a couple layups, we're kind of eating into the lead. We're no way going to come back and win this. But again, if the Celtics were smart and were attacking the rim a little more, then they would have won this game by probably 15 or 20. But now they just are satisfied any person on the team shooting threes, and we've been able to come back. But we're definitely not going to win. But, White with the air ball. Pritchard with the offensive rebound. Rebounding has been terrible today for the Blazers. Pritchard, pump fake. Derek White for another 3. Sharp with the rebound. It's all, peaches and cream when you're making enough, and Hauser with a foul. But how many stat lines have we seen where you see a team put up 30, 40, 53s, right? And they only make like 6 or like 8. They literally are 23 for 53 from deep. That's the difference in the game. I don't even think I've seen a team throw up 50 attempts all season. This is like the first time. But I'm happy that we didn't lose by 30 because we got the Thunder on Friday in OKC. No, they're like in Arlington. It's separate. Rangers is separate. Yeah, but it shows you if you have terrible GM and terrible ownership, that's what can happen. You can end up literally just, thinking that you're, short term, long term, like, you're making the right decision, but, you're going to see a lot of fans not renew, and a lot of people give up on that team. Lakers had 48 last night. 53 threes. I mean, we have 38, and that's too many for us to be shooting, even though we made 16. Both of us are shooting about 42, 43%, but I don't like watching basketball when we're shooting that many threes. Can't we do jump shots like Kobe? Can't we attack the rim, and go to the free throw line? Like this day and age of the NBA is nowhere near what it was, even 10 to 15 years ago, But shout out to Pritchard and Derek White for making this stream more than I could have asked for entertainment-wise. 41 for White, 41 for Pritchard, career games for both. But why did it have to happen against me and the Blazers? Why couldn't it have been the next opponent? But, we don't have very good defense, so that's why. Celtics up 8. White to Horford. And now they're trying to play keep away. White for 3. In and out, no good. And now we're down with 12 seconds to go. Still down by 8. But again, at some point in a month and a half, you're going to end up having a bad game. And, again, if you're just looking at the box score, 126, 118, it looks like, Blazers were close, but in this game, we really weren't. We caught up here in the fourth, but, it's just like in football, when you see a team get a garbage time touchdown or field goal after getting blown out by 20 or 30 the whole game, and then you end up seeing the box score at the end, and then the team lost by like maybe 10, but it didn't really tell the full story unless you actually watch the game. This is the same type of thing. We're going to lose by 8 or 10, but, we could have easily lost by 30. They got Tirico and Scalabrini on the mic for Boston. Yeah, they did. And they ruined it for not only the other NBA players, they ruined it for college, and they ruined it for young kids, growing up, that all they want to do is just shoot threes and not play defense. They definitely ruined basketball. I mean, it's one thing if you're like Damian Lillard or Klay Thompson or Steph Curry, where you actually can make a good percentage of threes. But now, everyone thinks that they're Steph Curry, including centers, and that's a problem. And there it is, final score, 128-118, Boston. Hey, we only lost by 10, could have lost by 30, but great game by Pritchard, ending with 43, White with 41. I mean, hell, they almost beat us with just 2 players. No Porzingis, no Drew Holiday, no Tatum, no problem. Shout out to the Celtics. All right, Chief Will Chief, what do you want to do for food? We'll do some food photos here for like the last 12 minutes, and then I got to take Paisley on a long walk and then eat some dinner. What are you thinking for photos, my guy? What food group do you want to go? Do you want to go Mexican? Do we want to go barbecue? Do we want to go breakfast? What do you want to do for your dono, Chief? This is definitely the Peyton Pritchard game and the Derek White game for sure. And I'm not a hater. I had photos of them. I see you, Peyton. Go Ducks. I see you, Derek White. Bald boys. We stick together. Greatness. Way to bring that electricity. We're at 35, 65 to go. Barbecue, good choice. That's what I was thinking, man. Your ESP is strong. Mouth-watering barbecue. Hickory smoked ribs. I'm going to hit you with a brown sugar, hot mustard, baby back rib. I'm giving you all of the ribs, baby. And all over the country, not just from one area. You know, I might give you some Midwest. You know, I might give you some West Coast. I might give you some East Coast. I might give you some South. You never know where I'm going to go. Peyton Pritchard, player of the game, 43 points, 14 for 20, 10 for 16 from three, right? And career highs in points and threes made, 10 rebounds and 5 assists. 43, 10, and 5 for my guy. Go Ducks. I see you, man. I see you. Why did you have to do it against the Blazers, though? Only fitting, being from Oregon. Nice job. All right, should I turn on this last part of the Cavs and the Heat? I'm going to turn it on. All right, I'm going to watch the end of this Cavs and Heat game with Chief. And I'm going to hook you with some lemon pepper ribs. Grilled. Yeah, well, you can already tell who's a regular and who's not, you know, based on what they say. We can already tell usually within the first couple comments if it's going to be someone that will be a part of this channel or if they're going to get the boot. So. "101 ways to make your mouth water." Pork ribs, buffalo style ribs. I mean, I'm going all out here. We're having a rib party. BBQ. Ballistic barbecue Asian ribs. I mean, all these look amazing. Thunder and Grizzlies on next. That'll be a good one. SGA versus John Morant. Yes, please. Well, it is close. 102-100. Holy cow, Miami. And with a deep three right there by Bam. 105-100 on the Cavs. Oh, Chief. Okay. What's up with the court with Cleveland? It looks ugly as shit. With these like alternate jerseys, they're terrible. The court looks terrible. This isn't fucking North Carolina. What am I looking at? Terrible court, terrible colors for this throwback design. Like, what am I looking at? It looks like I'm watching high school. Smoked baby back on a gas grill. Mitchell for three. And they just took the lead. This has got to be one of the ugliest courts and jersey combos I've seen all year. I mean, I'm all for like color rush and alternate, uniforms and throwbacks, but these are disastrous. Holy hell. The Cavs should lose just based on the court and the jerseys themselves. Golly. I'm going to hit you with a photo that is mind-blowing. Barbecue air fryer beef ribs. Look at the detail on this HD 4K photo. Literally, you're going to want to bite your computer screen. I would not recommend that, though. Oh, my God. Look at that. Holy hell. That's like the burnt ends when I show you those photos, when I pull those up. Wow. That's the closest thing that I can compare that to. Oh my God. Is that what they look like in an air fryer? Holy cow. Sign me up. I haven't had any food in a minute and I am getting hungry. Rozier for three, another three, air ball. Come on, Miami. Smoky barbecued ribs from the oven. There's just so many different ways that you can make this a delicious meal for lunch or dinner. Hell, you can eat this for breakfast. We're down to the last minute 30 in this matchup. Cavs up by 3. Turnover, Cavs. Well, for me, obviously with all the weight that I've lost, I mean, I don't get a chance really to eat the way that I used to and whatnot. But I mean, we have so many different types of food carts and great places to eat. It really doesn't matter what you want. Like, if you want barbecue, if you want Asian, if you want pad thai, pretty much, smash burgers that are custom, like anything that you want, Indian food, anything that you want, you can get here. But again, like with me, I'm doing a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I'm not eating fast food. I'm not really drinking soda. I'm not drinking a lot of alcohol. Again, I've been very disciplined in the last, year and a half, 2 years and whatnot. And again, if you have discipline and I'm exercising 3 times a day, 7 days a week for the last 2 years. So again, I don't expect anyone to be like me, but again, that's how you go from being 270 to 185 and being able to keep that weight off. So, but I'm always down for a cheat meal like The Rock, once or twice a month. And Bam loses control of the basketball. Tough break. It's all about discipline. Either you have it or you don't. But again, I live my life for Paisley. So, I know that, she needs the exercise, but it entail, it's helping me stay in shape as well. Knowing that I need to make sure that she, can get outside and pee and poo and smell, flowers, and being able to get that proper exercise for that dog breed. Turnover, Cavs, Donovan Mitchell off his leg, and Miami's going to have a shot to tie it with 18 seconds to go. I never thought it would be possible to literally exercise 7 days a week, 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and night. But again, it's a part of who I am now. And Paisley's in great shape. She's got a vet visit coming up in a couple weeks. Hopefully everything will be okay with her. And again, do I miss, soda? Do I miss beer? Do I miss alcohol? Do I miss mixed drinks? Do I miss shots? Do I miss KFC and Wendy's and fucking Burger King and McDonald's and, all these amazing things that I used to eat back in the day? Yeah, I fucking miss that. But what I've noticed is if you stop eating garbage, right, your body rejects it. So now whenever I eat something, right, my body, it rejects it. It's not like I'm going to have to go to the bathroom, and have an episode like I went to Taco Bell. But I've noticed when I eat certain things, going away from a lot of the vegetables and the fruits and stuff that I normally have, my body doesn't feel good. I definitely feel like, how you normally feel like after you eat fast food or food that tastes good. You feel sluggish, right? You feel slow and you don't feel good. You feel good when you eat it, but as soon as you're done eating, you feel like shit. And with a lot of, processed foods and everything that you're getting at fast food places and restaurants, it may taste good, but it sure as hell ain't good for you. Yeah, I love chips. I love cookies and shit like that. But even with those things, I have to be, I have to cut back. I can do a little bit here, a little bit there, but, with chips and cookies and crackers and whatnot. But, definitely had to take a lot of discipline. All right, we got the last 18 seconds here. And timeout, Miami. They got to get that ball in there for Spoelstra. I've never really, when I was younger, I would smoke and whatnot. For me, it's more like edibles and whatnot. That really is where, like gummy chews and whatnot. That's kind of like the go-to. But I mean, obviously, dispensary, I'd rather, some people are smokers and some people are drinkers. And I've always been more of a natural, I never smoked cigarettes, but I've always been more of a natural smoker or like an edible guy and whatnot. And that won't change. That'll be something that that'll be a part of who I am. Everyone's got certain things that they lean towards, but I mean, if I pretty much have given up beer and alcohol, unless I go out with my best friend and we go to the arcade, a Blazer game, Mariner game, yeah, I can throw back, a couple mixed drinks, or I can slam a couple beers, and enjoy a meal, eat burgers or pizza or chicken or whatever. But for me to do something like that we're talking once a month, maybe 2 times a month max. But that's if I'm hanging out with my friend. But I'm not going to be sitting in my room throwing back drinks by myself, or hitting a bottle by myself, not doing anything like that. So, man, it doesn't, dude. It's crazy because I never thought my body, even getting a Dairy Queen chicken strip basket. I'm like, oh, this is more healthy chicken, right? Some toast, right? Dip it into the gravy for some fries. It's not the most healthy, but it's a lot healthier than some of the other items on the menu. And I even found my body rejecting Dairy Queen. It wasn't, really accepting it. Oh, what a 3! Oh, he hit it! Jeez, he hit it! Duncan Robinson! What are they saying? That it's no good? You gotta be shitting me. They said he stepped out of bounds. Oh, my God. Let's look. Did he, though? I can't really see the line. I don't know. That angle, that last shot looked like maybe the heel touched the line. What a terrible awareness there by Duncan Robinson to step out. That could have been tie game in overtime. Now the Heat are going to lose. That's tough. Dude, congrats. Congrats, and again, there's so many things that are out there, partying, with drinking and smoking, and, we've seen how things can get out of control with, different things like oxys and stuff and pills and whatnot, and whatever, anyone gets, hooked on, it's not only getting hooked on it, but it's also who you're hanging around. And if you eliminate those bad people, in your life, those party people, you'd be really surprised on the things that you can achieve in your life. Congrats, man. That's huge. Yeah. Yeah, damn. Football is a game of inches, but I guess basketball is as well, with Duncan Robinson's heel hitting that fucking line. That sucks. It could have went to OT, and who knows what would have happened. And I enjoyed the chicken strip basket that I had, and a lot of times when I get to Dairy Queen, I have to cave and get a small thing of cheese curds as well with some honey mustard, just because it's if I'm going to have a cheat meal, I got to make sure I have enough, when I do that. But, definitely my body is rejecting a lot of these foods, but at least they taste good. But as soon as it settles in my stomach, I don't feel good at all. And I got to instantly go for a walk. So, but at least you were able to remain competitive. Wish the Blazers could have said the same. Well, let's go through the photos one last time, and then I got to spend time with my Paisley pup. But now you guys are going to want barbecue. You're welcome. Grilled, hickory smoked, brown sugar, hot mustard, baby back, smoked, grilled lemon pepper, 101 delicious ways to eat. Asian style. I mean, every style just looks amazing. Sign me up. Oh my God, this might be the best one though, right here, the barbecue air fryer one. These ones look like those burnt ends. I was like, wow, like that. I mean, even if you just have them indoors, just for a little barbecue, something, even throwing into the oven or on the grill, they're still amazing. But my favorite by far right here, the air fryer. Holy hell. Nice. Yeah, and again, everyone goes through different modes in their life where you're the party animal, and then you get older and you mature, and depending on if you have diabetes in the family, like my family does and whatnot, making sure that my weight is not where it was, because and also having the American Staffy Pity kind of breed of dog, I can't be lazy. I can't just be I don't feel like taking my dog for a walk. That is not an option. Unless you just want piss and shit all over the house, which is not an option. So, I need to be able to get that fresh air. My dog needs it as well. We go on adventures together 3 times a day. And again, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. If you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be weighing 185 pounds like I did in high school, and I'm exercising 7 days a week, 3 times a day, I'd say you're fucking crazy. But here we are, and it's the best that I feel that I felt in a long, long time. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you for hanging. We will be live tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific for the Kraken and the Preds, 5 o'clock Pacific on Friday for the Blazers and the Thunder, at noon on Saturday for the Cubs and the Mariners, spring training baseball, and then 12:30 Pacific on Sunday for NASCAR Cup Series, Phoenix. So I hope to see you guys in there. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I love you. Appreciate y'all. No, you good, my guy. You good. I love you and I appreciate you. Shout out to Chief, Sarah, Natman, Judah. I love y'all. And I got one question for you. Well, you don't talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.